You know, when people hear of the village, they think that those people who live in the village are jobless. But let me tell you one thing that you do not know. If you want to survive in the village, you must have a source of income. And yeah, I might be living in the village, but also I have a source of income because I have to survive. There is no there is no option two for this. I have to survive. And that is why today I want to tell you my story, because I know most of you do not know me, because I am in the village, yes. I opted to live in the village. I decided to build in the village, but I must have a source of income where my children eat from and where I eat from, where I clothe from. So I am going and I am showing you where I do work.
Yo naenda hivyo, naenda kwa county director straight leo. Wasikia? Grade 7. Where are you? Grade 6. Where are you? Grade 8. Where are you? Grade 9. Mkutano wa wazazi ni nini? Saa ngapi? Pigia makofi wale wengine. Hivyo, kuna wengine hata hawajawaambia wazazi. I know. Grade 7. No, grade 9, 7, 6. Walimu wenu kama hawajawaambia watawaambia. Tunajua this time lao tutaenda hii airport, ilikuwa na huku tunaenda Anyanuki. Kuna mwalimu anataka kwenda kufanya utafiti kidogo, na wanafunzi pale wanaenda na wanaingia huko, mnaingia kwa kichaka na baadhi zenu mkiwa na tour guide, mkiwa na tour guide. Sasa hii uko na kamiti. Sasa they will come up with the payment. Sawa sawa? Yeah. Yes. Nilikuwa mmeambiwa? Haya. Hiyo nafikiri nimekuigia vizuri. Najua tukifika kwa tour saa hii wengine moto inaanza kutetemka sasa. Hata ukitizo ya vitatu saa hii. Unakuta wengine wanaanza kuserete na ni ya vitatu na activity hajalipa 400. Have a good day.
Yeah, so I'm out of job, and if you know, you know, that is where I do work. And as we were saying, for you to survive in the village, you must have a source of income, because there is no way you will survive. You know, there is this hype that people are moving out of the cities coming to the villages. But imagine you coming to the village without a source of income. You must have a source of income for you to be able to survive here in the village. It's okay. In the village, life is not uh, that expensive, because even if you are renting here in the village, houses are not that expensive. Food here is not that expensive, because, like now, my food stuff, if I compare buying food in the village and in towns, it is not that expensive. But for me to buy that affordable food, I must have a source of income. That is why I came to the village. Why? Because I earn a living here in the village, and I am comfortable being in the village because I've been brought up in a village. I went to school, which was in a village, and I think a better part of my life I was in the village. I have also stayed in the cities, because when I was in campus or in the university, I went to the city. I stayed there for 4 years. Then I did some jobs in the city as well. But life was not that affordable. It was very expensive. And I looked for a solution. And because personally, I feel comfortable being in the village. I might not be like you might not be like me, but I feel comfortable, very comfortable being in the village compared to the city. I don't like the noise in the city. I know the village is not that good because infrastructures here are not that fine compared to the villages. The schools here where you can take your kids, not that good compared to the cities. But we can work on that, because there are some school vans which comes in the villages and pick your kids if you want your kid to be in that expensive space, if you want your kid to be in that expensive school or that good school. But my own uh, go to school still here in the village. So what was I saying? You have must have an in. Ndaririkana nĩ magĩraga magakora nĩ ngirire. You see that quietness that you can feel here in the village? That is what I love most. Because, like now, as you can see, I'm coming out of my workplace and the roads are very quiet, the place is very quiet, and I love that. I know it's not everybody who loves the village, but please let those who love the village continue loving the village and you can live the best of your life wherever you feel like living like. But I think the village is okay and it is not that expensive. That's the best thing in the villages. And also, people are kind in the villages. You know, in towns, everybody is busy trying to chase for that bag, because as I understand them, because things are expensive. You must pay for everything. You must pay for houses. You must pay for almost everything. For those of you who don't know, I've built here in the village, and I was very specific. I wanted to build near my workplace. Why? Because I don't want now to incur transportation costs. Yet, I am trying to curb those costs. That's why I was building here in the village, to curb the rental cost. So I had to build near my workplace because I don't want to incur that transportation cost. I also live off grid. So there are some costs that I cut, a lot actually. I cut the costs of electricity because I have my own solar. And then the solar does everything that I want because I don't have so many appliances for electricity. So it does everything that I want it to do for me. Then I have a borehole. So I'm not paying for water. I'm not paying for the county water. So I have my borehole. Then I have my tank where I do store my water. So I've tried to cut so many costs. I have tried to cut so many costs here in the village, and that was the reason I was coming here in the village, because also the soil here is so good. You see, behind me we have bananas, we have maize, we have sweet potatoes. People have boreholes, like the sound now you can hear is the sound of pumping water, you know. Everything is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so tired, my hand, for holding this camera. So I'm approaching my home. For those of you who do not know, if you are new here, please subscribe to this channel because a lot is coming. So I moved in an incomplete house, and this is where my gate should be. We've not completed, so this is my compound. That's my house. I know you cannot see it because of the sun, but this is my compound. I have maize here, but that is where I am intending my gate to be. So I have not fenced this place, but I believe and trust in God that I will find the funds for fencing the place, and also putting the what? Putting the gate, so that this home, someone can feel like this is home. This is my house. I'm already here. It's a walking distance. It's a 5 or 4 minutes walking distance. So if you want to move in the village, you have to be very patient with for some of the things. By the way, you will not find everything here, but at least for the basics you will. That is my house. That is my house. The sun is so hot. So, and I'm very comfortable here in the village. And also if you know, sometimes we live in those cities, and it reaches a point whereby that is my tank I was talking about. I have a tank, and also I have put the gutters so that when the rain comes, I am able to trap that water into my tank. But I'm trusting God to give me another tank so that the storage can be much. This place is usually sunny, but it rains. When it decides to rain countrywide, it rains. And I also have some maize, which some of it dried up because of the sun, and the rains failed us. But I'm very, very, very comfortable here in the village. I am the most comfortable person because my identity is in the village. For me, I identify myself in the village. That is where I was born from, the village. That is where I grew up. So like now, as I was telling you, I have some maize here. This maize I planted when it was raining. I don't know. I don't know, but the turnout is not that good because the rain stopped. But I want to harvest one. The first harvest of my maize in my own home, in my own shamba for free. Oops, what's up? This is the first time I'm harvesting maize, but by the way, I've never harvested maize. Here it is. Here it is. Happy farmer. I will be harvesting some for boiling. So let's see this one. Let's see this one. I want us to see together whether it is grown. Yeah. Hey, hey. Hey. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so happy. I'm a happy farmer, by the way. Those are my maize. Those are my maize. You see the beauty of the villages, the beauty, the beauty, the beauty. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, guys, for this. So, guys, I am a happy farmer. As you can see, I have harvested my very first maize in my own farm. But then this is the very first I'm harvesting maize ever in my life, because where I come from, we do not plant maize. This was the very first planting maize. This was the very first weeding for maize. And this is my very first harvest. In fact, it's a colleague of mine who helped me in planting this maize, because I'm not an expert. I'm just trying, but I'm a happy farmer. I am a very happy farmer. We will be eating roasted maize from this. I want us to roast this maize, then eat it. Okay? So you see the shikai. Wewe. Aya, nisalimieni. Hello babies. How are you? Mmetoka shule? Shule ilikuwa aje? Ilikuwa sawa? Sasa Braito kesho ataamka mapema aende shule tena? Mko poa? Say hello to my camera. Waambie subscribe. Yeah, those are my babies. They are just coming from school. And yeah, this is the village life. Semeni village life. Yeah, we're just happy. We want to roast that maize I told you about. So yeah, coming from school, my baby girl and the two boys over there. Ticha mlimsalimia? Ticha wenu anaitwa ticha? Ticha wenu? Ticha Rose. Okay. Bye. Semeni bye. You see? Free things from the village. Free mangoes from the neighbors, from the villages. By the way, here, most of the things we don't buy. Things like mangoes, things like passion fruits. My neighbor has them, and things like pawpaws. A very big pawpaw, one at 10 bob or 5 bob. That is, I don't know how many cents in dollars. I don't know. But these mangoes, because it is the season right now, they are for free. So, and this is so fresh from the tree. Haha. So yummy. You see? Advantages of living in the countryside. Advantages of living in the countryside. Most things, that's why I said most things are affordable. If you go to the cities, this mango, this mango, you will buy it for some. You know, when it is a season for something in the village, people give you. Like now, where I work from, I'm being brought mangoes at home. I'm being given mangoes. Something else that I don't buy is bananas. Bananas for cooking and also ripe bananas. I don't buy, as I said, vegetables, but I want to plant mine. Because I have water, I want to plant my own vegetables because I want to plant what I will be eating. So if you want to come visit, you are free. You will be eating free things. Unakula nini?
Mamba.
Mangoes. Sema mangoes.
Mango.
Mangoes. Yeah, we are eating mangoes, all of us, for free. So guys, we decided to look for maize and eat some boiled maize.
Mom.
We have this.
Mom.
Let's see the moments of truth. Yeah, this is ready. Ready, ready, ready. Ready, ready, ready. Yeah, here we go. I need like 5 of them. You see, that is why I'm telling you, the village. You see, in the village, most things are free. By the way, like this maize. Why usipoe? Usipoe fresh hiyo unatafuta zile zimekuwa. Nini? Let's look for I think we have another one here. I don't know. Nani ndio ulikuwa unaona kubwa?
Si mtu anatoanisha.
Nani nilikuwa nimeona makale. Unafanya nini kwa mahindi? Another one. This is another one. It's grown. The very first harvest from our own farm, from our own home maize cob. I want to eat this boiled maize. It is usually very, very sweet. Come. Mtapata nini? Mtapata black jack. Mnataka kupikia nini? This is the very first time I'm checking whether the maize is grown. I have never ever in my life harvested maize. This is the very first time I am trying, but I think I'm doing it because every maize I am harvesting is grown. I've not harvested a maize.
Nataka kutoka. Kai! Wakina mama watatu. Inaonekana kama haya mbaya atuchukui. Sasa kama
Baya. You have another one. No. Not yet. Mnaita mnaweka hii rada hapa na itaangusha mtu. Hebu irudisheni mahali ilikuwa. Hii itaangusha mtu hapa.
ambuti irudishe juu tukalia. Dasi, kalia.
If the rain had rained, well, if the rain was enough, this maize would be big. Or if we watered this maize, they would be very big. But now, the rains were not enough and we did not have enough water. So we have to, what we have, this is okay. This is ready. I think this is enough. We will be boiling. We will be boiling this one as we wait for. And here we go. These are the maize we want to boil. These ones and have them for I don't know. I think it's a snack, but for me, I will just have this one and then that will be for my dinner. I don't want to eat anything else. I thought like I would roast them, but I don't feel the vibe of eating the roasted maize. We want to eat the boiled maize. So let's do this. Let's cook them. And I want us to boil our maize with the firewood since we are in the village, and also we have 3 firewood here. These are some of the trees. My trees were that. It's like not like cutting them down, but we were giving them some space. Then as well, we have some remains of the timber that remained after the lintel was done. So that is what I want to use. We said in the village, we don't do most of the things. We use what we have. Now we are going to use what we have. We are going to use what we have. This village life is not for the faint-hearted. It's only for the strong people. Strong. Sasa ni bondo. Leta ile kiberiti.
Ameleta maji
Hapo. Aenda leta ile mahindi sasa. Mmoja aleta mahindi, mwingine sufuria. Enda leta tu na sufuria break.
kunya uona mahindi zinawekwa nje. Mama unataka ikuwe aje? Mama unataka ikuwe aje?
Ndio niletee chumvi. Onyesha. Wapikie hapa mautete. Mautete. Wapikie nini basi? Sasa ubaya. Fair.
Mbuni ona kazi yako. Ukienda umeandikanga.
I had these ndomas of what we call arrowroots, but I don't know whether they are alive because I've stayed with them for I think a
Hivyo ndo nilikwambia aje. Niende kwa hali yangu.
I forgot.
Hiyo sasa. Tony,
What about them? I don't know. Check whether they are okay. I think they are.
yeah.
Put them here. Ondoka ama uchomeke.
Yeah.
I hope they are. I hope they are okay. So that you can eat them together with the pot. Together with the maize.
The maize. Doma.
Oh, all of them are bad. Bad, 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 bad. All of them. See?
Yeah. It's almost okay. Mom,
You are my This is what we were able to secure
potatoes!
out of these arrowroots.
Arrowroots!
Arrowroots.
Arrowroots!
Out of this.
Oats.
But I think I stayed for a very long time without cooking them. That is why they rot.
They rot.
Yes, they rot. So
What?
I want to put them here. We will eat.
Potatoes.
No wasting anything here. Wash my knife.
Tunapika vitu zetu potatoes. Na kuna watu wana fruit. Tutawapiga fruit. Tukiwapiga wanakufa tu wataitwa tena. Tena wataitwa na sasa. Tena.
Acha kuweka hiyo majani. Tumia kioraki hapa uchome nguo. Weka chini. What? So it is almost boiling. Wait for it to boil until it is arrowroot.
Arrowroot.
Boiled maize. Sema boiled maize. Village life. Village. Ah. Maize is boiling. Oklahoma. Enda kwa nyumba. Hapo kwa kiti kuna our boiled maize here, or the corns as we call them, the boiled maize or the boiled corns. This is what we are going to eat, and let me taste. dinner, guys. This is our supper. We are not going to cook any food. So that is, guys, this this is what I'm telling you is the sweetness of the village. This here, I don't want. Sweetness of the village. Pole pole sianguka. Funga sasa. Chukua maji hapa. Hiyo ingine, hiyo ni Ariana. Hiyo ni Ariana. Hiyo ingine. Not cut intentionally, it was cut because the phone was full. So I had to delete some things in the phone. So as I was saying, my identity is in the village because that is where I was born. That is where I grew in. So I am mostly familiar in the village, though not in this kind of environment. I was in a different village. One day, comment down below if you want me to take down in my village. It was also a village, and I can familiarize with that. Right now, if you tell me to go live in the cities, I might try struggling a bit, though not that much because I was there for my campus life and some bit of my life, some bit. But better part of my life, more than a half of the years I have lived in this earth, I lived in the villages, not in the cities. So I familiarize very well in the villages. And it is a beautiful, beautiful place. It's a beautiful place because you're surrounded with nature, you're surrounded by plants, surrounded by animals, not wild animals, but domestic animals, which is okay. And you're not that busy. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm saying. You're not extra busy. Somehow you have some free time for you and for your family, especially for the kids, because those of you who live in the cities, you can attest that even being with your own family when you're working in the cities, being with your own kids, it is a challenge. Why? Because you don't have that time. So most people leave their children. Yes, I live near a road and it is a busy road. That's why you can hear some motorbikes passing by. So, as I was saying, those of you who live in the city, you can attest that living in the city is not that easy because you don't even have time for your family. You do not have even time for your kids because most of the times you are working. And by the way, I don't blame anybody. You have to work hard because you are paying for the rent expensively. You are paying for food. You are expensively. You are paying for electricity. You are paying for water. You are paying. In fact, in towns, everything is bills. So you have to. It's just as you do not have a choice. But here in the villages, it is slow. You know that thing we call slow living. Here in the villages, very slow. No hastes, no much movement. No, actually, the village is just slow, and I love it like that. I don't. I have lived a life whereby everything was just so fast, and that is where I knew I cannot cope with that. So, a village is my lifestyle. Village is my lifestyle, and I love it. I love it that way. There is a day a person told me, that is stupidity. why were you building in the villages? That was so stupid of you. And I told him, I have my own life. And in my life, there is a way I like it. There is a way I like doing things in my life because this is my life. And actually, it is not that when you live in the village, you cannot have that fancy life. You will live however you want to. It is only that nobody, no, actually, nobody is looking at you like, you don't have this, you don't have that. You don't. In fact, here, nobody cares. It is up to you how you want to live your life. If you want to live a simple life, it's okay. If you want to live an expensive life, it's okay. You've even seen those people who live in the villages expensively, which is even better, which is even easier because that person is able to buy most of his things and come install them cheaply in the village because here even labor itself is very easy. It is cheap, it is affordable, it is not that expensive like in the cities, and you can do things for yourself here if you because you have time, because you can look for your time. I know there is no money in the villages. There is no money. It is survival mode because there are no so many job opportunities. Very few job opportunities. Very few job opportunities. But if you can survive with the little that you have, I think village is the most beautiful thing where you can live in, or the most beautiful place where you can live in. But the, as I said earlier, it is not a must. Villages are for the people who want to live there, not for everybody, because there are some people who cannot live in the villages. Even for what? They will never live in the village. The sign of the village, you can hear that. They can never live in the village, and you cannot crucify such kind of people. People have the freedom. God gave us freedom to live wherever you feel like living in. So those people who live in the cities, it is okay. Those people who live in the villages and feel comfortable about it, it is okay. It is all about what you want. It is all about priorities. What do I want? What does the other person want? Because we cannot all be equal. We cannot all want what the other person wants. I want this, the other person wants this. But we survive and we cohabit. We cohabit. You know, I there's a day I went for a burial, and there are those people who are coming from the city. I live in Kenya, so our capital city is Nairobi. So there were those people who were coming from the capital city, and they looked down on the people who lived in the villages, and they had their special dishes, they had their special, and I was like, what is all this? We are all equal in the eyes of the Lord. It is only that maybe because someone has a little bit of money, they look down upon others. But imagine we are all equal. We are all equal. And you should view the other person as your sister, as your brother. Yeah, it is only because they have not gotten that opportunity. But even there are some parents who look down upon their children who live in the villages. They adore those people, those children of theirs who live in the cities more than those ones who live in the villages, which is wrong. Which is wrong because everybody has their own uh, capabilities. Everybody has their own priorities, and we cannot all fit in the cities, and also we cannot fit all in the villages. So there are those people who will live in the villages, there are those people who will also live in the cities, and we cohabit because also cities are very important. There are some materials which you cannot find in the villages, so you have to go for the in the industries where they are manufactured in the cities, which is okay. That is why we appreciate and we are happy about everything. But do not do Do not ask anybody who is looking for their identity. Let them look for their identity where they feel comfortable looking for their identity. And for those many remarks, thank you so much for watching. Those of you who have watched until this point, I love you. I adore you. You are my besties. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for those people who always come back. I cannot thank you enough. Wherever we upload a video, there are those people who always come back. Thank you so much. And please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, because a lot more better is coming from here in the villages. And like the video so that we can at least attract more viewers. Comment down below and tell me what you think about this video. Bye for now. I love you all.